What is China's role in Myanmar?
China's role in Myanmar increased after the sanctions of 2003. When the whole world was boycotting Myanmar, China embraced Myanmar. It opened its borders. Chinese goods flowed in, Chinese trade flourished, and China became the biggest investor in Myanmar. The big dams of Myanmar were being built by China. Every big road project was with the Chinese. Oil and gas projects were with the Chinese. The Chinese also got several concessions in Myanmar. For example, in the south of Myanmar, there is an island called Chao Phraya. Chao Phraya was converted into an oil depot for Chinese, where oil from West Asia would be stored, oil from Burma would be stored, and the oil would go through a pipeline from Chao Phraya up to Myitkyina and Ruili and up in Yunnan province. So this pipeline has already been laid. So Chinese virtually controlled everything in Myanmar, and the army was very thick with them. The Chinese Exim Bank was giving soft loans to Myanmar. Chinese were building factories. But with Chinese economic involvement also came migration of Chinese. So there's been massive migration of Chinese from the north, from Yunnan down to Mandalay and Yangon. Mandalay, in fact, is referred by people in Myanmar now as Chinatown. 40% of its population is Han Chinese. There are 50,000 students in Mandalay who are learning Mandarin. I asked a friend of mine in Mandalay, a Burmese friend, a journalist, I said, why are your children learning Mandarin? He said, because otherwise they won't get jobs in Chinese establishments in Mandalay or Yangon. So there's a lot of resentment also against the Chinese. And that is where the way opens for India. Because the Burmese say that Indians and Burmese are blood brothers. You know, we are all children of Buddha, they say, because Buddha came from this region. And they say, why isn't India here? But India used to be there, and India was thrown out.
Yeah, so how did this happen, you know? That India was thrown out and now it's trying to get in again?
Well, when General Nevin took over military dictatorship in 62, I think, 1962, he nationalized all industry. Indians were there in large numbers. Just to give you an idea of the kind of Indians who were there, Chettiars went from Tamil Nadu as moneylenders, other Tamils went as farm labor, people from Bihar went there for sugarcane farming, people from Orissa went to build their railroads, people from Andhra went for fisheries, people of Gujarat from Surat and Randher went for business. There's a Surti mosque in every Myanmar town, including Mandalay. Punjabis and Parsis went there for business. But once Nevin took over, although before that also, during the Japanese invasion also Indians had left. But after Nevin, a lot of people left because they would have to become employees in companies they themselves had set up. Nobody wanted that. So they went back, a lot of them came back to India, they went back to Nepal, or they went to Thailand, they went to South Africa, they went to other countries. But even now, a sizable population of Indians is there from all these communities, still there in Myanmar, and India has not leveraged the influence of this community. Such was the influence of Myanmar in India that you had songs like Mere Piya Gaye, Rangoon, Kiya Hai Telephone. You have Burma Rani being made in, I think, one of the South Indian films. Shankh brand Lungi, which is still sold in Tamil Nadu, was originally made in Myanmar. Film actress Rekha was born in Myanmar. Helen was born in Myanmar. Myanmar was part of the British Empire. There used to be regular ships sailing from Calcutta and from south going to...
Bahadur Shah Zafar is buried in Myanmar.
Bahadur Shah Zafar is buried in Yangon, but he's seen there as a Sufi saint. Nobody knows him as the last Mughal emperor.